What's up, guys? It is Corey from Super Kami Guru 9000, and welcome to my review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 290. Now that I'm all stuffed with turkey and sweet potatoes, I can finally tell you guys about what I thought about the beginning of this filler arc. Holy crap! This was one of the best fucking episodes of the entire series of Naruto. And not just because the animation and the fight scenes were really awesome. They have put so much effort into this one episode, it really blows my mind. And there was just so much to see, and I'm just going to try and talk about all the things that I liked and tell you guys how this story is really working out. The story opens up in Tsunade's office. Naruto is super optimistic. He's about to go on a mission, and Tsunade describes that there's this village which is known as The Hole. Insert joke here. And this village has some sort of secret treasure in it, and it's been slaughtered by this group of unknown people. We eventually find out who they are later on, and boy is it actually really fucking brutal. So Naruto, Sakura, Sai, and Yamato are sent to this place to check it out, and they go there, and the whole place has been burnt to the ground, and they're trying to get a little bit of information out of the place, and out of nowhere, Kabuto shows up, and he starts to use his Edo Tensei technique. And he uses it in a way I've actually never seen before, and I'm not quite sure how it works. But what is awesome here is he actually summons Hidan. And this pretty much confirms that Hidan is dead and everything. And I was really excited when I saw this. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed about is I wish Hidan had his personality. Some of the Edo Tensei characters in the that they shown here, all of them, their personalities are gone. They're wiped completely. They're just puppets. But what's really cool is earlier in the episode they explained that there's been grave robbers going outside of Konoha, and that was Kabuto, and this makes sense because he's using the Edo Tensei technique. And he also took Hidan's scythe, and he was able to summon it back with this scroll, and then when he does that, he just summons all these Edo Tenseis at once, and I mean, he summons a ton of them. You got Ayate, Asuma, you got Itachi, Nagato, all those guys. I mean, there's even more of them. There's even a few characters we've never even seen before, and, Kabuto just sends them all out, and then this giant battle ensues, and I swear to God, this is one of the coolest freaking things I've seen in the series. Every single character gets to show off a little bit. Hidan fight against Yamato was really cool, seeing Yamato create, like, his shield, like, out of wood and everything. Sai, though, he really impressed me. He did this great choreography against Kabuto, and then he created this, like, giant dragon that attacked Deidara. It looked really awesome. Deidara was really cool in this, too. He was doing a lot of really cool stuff against Sai. But Sakura really impressed me, and it's a really stereotypical type of scene, especially in anime, but she does one of her badass punches. I think she hits Ayate with it, right in the face, and it's one of those slow-mo boom and then explode punches, and I've seen that a lot in these series, but it's animated really well, and every single time I see that, it is just awesome. Beam, Rasengan, eye techniques, floating, flying, all that, who cares? My favorite technique in all of anime is a good freaking punch to the face. That's just my summary of it. You guys need to see it yourself to see some of that other stuff. But the second half of the episode gives us our other part of the story. We get to see what happens before the village was slaughtered, and we get introduced to these two kids who are living with their grandfather in the village. And, they're just sort of building up the suspense because we know that they're all going to be killed. And then in the night, we can see that a bunch of Edo Tensei characters come in, and they just start slaughtering the villagers. And everything, again, is animated incredibly well. And I'm actually surprised by the violence they showed in this scene in particular. The rest of the episode comprises of the two children having to escape from this place with the help of their sensei, and eventually it gets to the point where the sensei has to go back to the village, but he orders them to go to this other place, and they do eventually escape a little bit, and it's actually a really sad scene, the way they handle this, because you really do get to know these kids a little bit. We don't know, like, who they are, their personalities too much, but to see the devastation that they've had to look at and everything, and then have to escape from the village, there's a scene where they're walking for a really long time, and the little girl eventually just collapses and she just can't walk anymore, and then eventually they see their sensei in the distance, and then all of a sudden she's just sprinting right when she sees him, and I just saw that scene as it was really poignant, and it was just like, I don't know, it was handled really well, and it was heartbreaking. But, and that's really the end of the episode there. We're going to pick up again next week and see what's going to happen in this story, but it is insane. And you know what, there's a million other things I didn't even mention in there. There's these other group of people from this town called Hacho Town, and they totally look like state alchemists. And there's just a lot of other little action scenes I didn't talk about, but damn it, you guys need to check this out, because I'm really not kidding. When I say action-wise, this is easily one of the best in the entire series, and both halves of the episode had really great pacing with the story and the action. When the action came, it blew your mind, and the story didn't bore me. So I can't wait to see the rest of this, because it looks like they're going to be animating all of them really well. And the story is interesting. It's kind of a great prelude to the war and to see how Kabuto developed his Edo Tensei. And, you know, it may create some minor plot holes, but you know what? I don't care because I am jacked after watching that episode. In fact, I'm going to go watch it again. So that's a 10 out of 10, guys. Make sure and check this one out. Alright guys, so if you checked out this episode of Naruto, how did you feel about it? You can let me know with your comments below. And remember guys, as always, if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. That concludes this review today. Super Comic Guru 9000, out. Hidan is back. Holy fuck!